At 11 o'clock, you know what that means when it's football season. It's fifth quarter time. Brought to you by Reyna's Barbecue. I'm Alex Sobario. And the Easy Does It Week 6. Plenty of teams taking their bye weeks here in Week 6, but that's not going to stop us from showcasing the teams that are in action tonight. And later in the show, we're going to do a bit of a mid-season recap, look at some of the statistical leaders from around the Rio Grande Valley. But we're going to start things off here with Donna taking on Brownsville Veterans. Now, Donna was going into this game last year at 5-0 and ended up getting 60 points handed on them by the Chargers of Brownsville Veterans. This time, Donna, Brownsville Veterans, both looking for a district win. Donna, a district win last week. Brownsville Veterans, they played a non-district matchup against PSJ, so they're playing their first district game here on a Friday night. So let's go to Benny LaPrade Stadium and look at this one on the reservation. Donna looking for vengeance after last year's loss to the Chargers, but the Chargers setting the tone real quick. It's Storm Montoya. Beautiful pass to his man, Jerry Gomez, takes it all the way towards the 1 yard line, nearly into the end zone here. So Montoya puts his team on the board. Quarterback keeper, 7-0 Chargers. Then Chargers looking to answer back with some more, and they do it again. It's Gilbert Trio rushing it into the end zone, doubles the lead to make it 14-0 Chargers. Donna looking for an answer, still unable to find it, and Cesar Belmontes using his legs gets a major yardage here. That wishbone offense, that running attack from Brownsville Veterans, just so difficult to stop. And then after that yardage there, Chargers get another run from Belmontes, this time into the end zone to make it 21-0. That's all in the first quarter. Redskins unable to get that first down here on fourth. It's a block punt. Chargers pick up the possession inside Redskins territory, and that led to this. Alvin Trevillon taking it all the way to the house here, down that right sideline. They made it 28-0. Donna looking to get on the scoreboard here before the end of the half. It's Jeffrey Lefevre handing it off to Danny Martinez. He breaks free right there, and it's the scoring drought. Chargers go into halftime with a 42-7 lead. Marcus Mata not in the lineup for Donna. Final score tonight, just take a look at it. 49-10. The Chargers pick up the victory over Donna. Our Bella Michaels was there and had this report.
For the second consecutive year, the Chargers come out on top in a big way over the Redskins, this time with a new head coach. With his first district win, I got JC Ramirez, head coach, right next to me. Coach, how do you feel about this first district win?
First of all, very happy with the kids' execution. We had a great game plan. They came out and they did their part.
And just, running that triple option all night, you just completely, that offense blew past the Redskins.
They had a year to prepare for this offense, so we kind of had to make plans and assume that they were going to make adjustments, which they did. But because of that, we had a good plan to counter it, and our kids just executed. They came out more than anything. They came out, they believed in themselves, and they were playing for each other.
You had that triple option. I mean, talk to me about your offense and how it just became explosive right off the bat. I mean, you opened the scoring tonight.
It's real unique, because not a lot of people run the triple option. Only certain people run it in the state of Texas. But that offense is all about explosion. It's all about ground strike, just pure running.
Heading into this game, you were averaging over 18 tackles per game. So talk to me about how you lead this defense. Coach said you lead it. What do you do?
I've been varsity defense since my sophomore year, and we've been doing tackling circuits every practice, and I'm just getting used to it and getting easier as the time goes by.
Run me down that play when you blocked that punt before that second quarter even started to you guys were already 4 touchdowns.
We were just practicing during practice, and I was just excited. I was ready to go block it, and it happened.
Very simple.
Yeah.
I mean, tonight you held an offense that's pretty good to just 10 points. How did you do that?
It was just pure preparation. Last week we didn't really prepare that well, and I was mad, and I was on my teammates this week, and we just prepared amazing, watch film, and just practice hard, and that's the outcome of if we do that.
This year you did it with a new head coach, first-year head coach. How has that transition been?
He was our DC last year, so I was already used to him, and he did a great job switching Coach Lee, and it's awesome. Yeah, I love Coach Brown.
The Chargers end up with their first district win. Great momentum as they head in to take on Weslaco East next week at home. At Benny LaPrade Stadium, Bella Michaels, Channel 5 Sports. Back to you, Alex.
Thanks a lot, Bella. Great performance there from that wishbone offense of Brownsville veterans, showing why they're still one of the standard bearers in 5A here in the Rio Grande Valley. Now we continue on in 16 5A Division I. Harlingen South, they got to share the district title last year as well. They picked up a win in their district opener against Weslaco East last week, and after the Hawks lost the first 2 games to start the regular season, they've won 3 in a row now and seem to figure it out. Their offensive issues. Today, they took on Pace, who also came in at 1-0 in district with a win over Donna North in their district opener last week. So let's go to the highlights here. Going to Sam Stadium for this one as the Hawks took on the Vikings. It's a huge matchup. A lot of green in the stands when these two teams face off against each other. Dylan Anaya gets it to Jacob Gano here for the touchdown in the early going. Early lead here for Harlingen South. And then Angel Galvan gets it to Adrian Sauceda for a nice little gain of yardage down that left sideline. Takes it out of bounds right here. And then we'd see Angel Galvan trying to hand it off, but the ball gets fumbled. It's picked up by Reno Villanueva of the Hawks. And then it's Anaya handing it off to David Sanchez. He breaks free on that left side, picks up the touchdown here. Hawks dominated this game all the way through. Final score tonight, we'd see Harlingen South with a 54-0 victory over the Vikings. We continue on with Weslaco East taking on Brownsville Lopez here over at Bobby Lackey Stadium. We'll start things off with Devin Cantu punching it in here from just a couple of yards out for the touchdown. 2-point conversion is good. And then we'd see this play from Margarito Pompa. Punches it in here on that right sideline. 16-0 in favor of the Wildcats. David Cantu would get in here with the 2-point conversion as well. So we move on to the second quarter. Already 16-0 in favor of the Wildcats. And then we'd see Pompa again, this time via the pass. It's 24-0 Wildcats. They continue to pour it on. We'd see Ryan Escamilla score as well. It was a big lead for Weslaco East in the early going. Final score tonight over at Bobby Lackey Stadium, 48-0 Wildcats over the Lobos. So let's take a look at the standings here after a couple of weeks of play in 16 5A Division I. Harlingen South now with 2 district wins, though they've got a half-game lead over Brownsville Veterans. Weslaco East pick up a district win tonight, so they move to 1-1. Brownsville Pace Donna, they lose tonight, but they still have a district win to their credit. Donna North idle in this week, and Brownsville Lopez, they fall to 0-2 in district play. Meanwhile, 15 5A Division I, they did not play this week, but here's a look at those standings. PSG North, of course, 5-0 all the way through, but 2-0 in district play. It's Rowe at 2-0 as well. Vela, McAllen Memorial, Rio Grande City, and Mac High all at 1-1. We'll continue on here. Port Isabel still trying to fill out their schedule, so they have to go below the border to find a team to play them here with so few teams in their district. And once teams are in district play, you kind of run out of teams in the Rio Grande Valley to play. So we see Port Isabel's Edward Sanchez picks up his second touchdown of the night right there. Port Isabel already with the early advantage. But then we'd see Mexico City's Jose Martinez taking the ensuing kickoff here and runs it all the way to the house for the touchdown as Vientamitas puts their first points up on the scoreboard. And then we'd see Dylan Green run through the defense here for Port Isabel, punches it into the end zone. Port Isabel looking good in this one. They win it by a final of 48-18. Some other scores to pass along for you. George West with a 54-8 victory over Monte Alto. It was Odom over Santa Rosa, 44-27. Also tonight, Brownsville St. Joseph, tough one at the very end. They went for 2 to try to win it, but San Antonio Christian 21-0 over Brownsville St. Joseph. Still more to come here on the 5th quarter. A lot more highlights to get to, plus our first half recap as well. So stick with us. This is the 5th quarter.
The 5th quarter, powered by Reyna's Barbecue.
It's football season in the Valley, and Reyna's Barbecue and Cocina has you covered. We're doing authentic Texas-style barbecue and authentic Tex-Mex favorites. 2 unique flavors, 100% Texan. And it wouldn't be football season without our delicious smoked and crispy wings or our mouth-watering appetizers. Dine in, drive-through, or let us cater your next event. It's football, food, and family at Reyna's Barbecue and Cocina.
The times certainly have changed, and that goes for the car buying process too. But Clark Chevrolet hasn't changed the way that we do business. We're celebrating 90 years of providing the transparency, trust, and expertise that customers want for 4 generations. Let us put 90 years of being the area's most respected Chevrolet dealer to work for you.
Find new adventures in a Chevy Silverado with 0% APR and no payments for 90 days, and get an additional $750 cash allowance for a limited time at Clark Chevrolet.
Since 1933, we're a family.
Texas is a land of mystery and legend, where nature has selected for the most adaptable and to those willing to stake their claim. It is a story about tragedies in our path and is a call to action to conserve the wildlife and wild places in our home.
All right, welcome back to the 5th quarter. Now, District 16 5A Division 1 wasn't the only district to play a game tonight. We also had District 16 4A Division 1, La Feria playing host to Tolosa Midway tonight. So let's go to the highlights of that one here as the La Feria Lions trying to pick up a victory in district against a very tough Warrior squad. So we'll look at the action here. It's Brayson Bizel handing the ball off to Damian Figueroa, rushes 7 yards and ends up punching it in and picking up the touchdown here. Warriors already with a 13-0 lead after the extra point. Then we'd see La Feria continue to have their struggles. You'd see a fumble here on the handoff, and Tolosa Midway picks up the ball deep inside Lions territory, and then more from the Warriors. It's Bizel getting it to Joe Ayala, a 20-yard reception. That gets into the end zone for a touchdown. It was 20-0 after the point after, and then another defensive stop. La Feria trying to run the ball with Devin Vallejo. Warriors come up with another stop, and then more from the Warriors. Figueroa runs it to the 4-yard line and into the end zone. Second touchdown for him in the quarter. 27-0 lead after the first. It was 47-7 the final. Warriors over the Lions. Also in 16 4A Division 1, Hidalgo's looking for a victory. 56-14 though. Zapata picks up the victory over the Pirates. We'll go to non-district action. We'll go up to the Coastal Bend area as Gruya goes up to face Orange Grove. And big thanks to KIII for getting us this video here. Good matchup tonight as Gruya gets this play here. They couldn't get it on 4th down, so both defense coming up big early. Gators looking for it on 4th down. They bring out the change. The measurement says no, so they turn it over on downs. But later in the first quarter, Gruya on the move. It's Victor Hernandez with the quarterback keeper. Finds his way into the end zone for the touchdown. 7-0 lead for the Gators. But the Bulldogs would respond here. It's Logan Rodriguez getting it to Aiden Yeatman here for the touchdown. Rodriguez back, fires over the middle. Big time catch there for the first down. And then we'd see Diego Garza get it in for the touchdown here for Orange Grove. Final score tonight up in Orange Grove, 41-27. The Bulldogs pick up the victory over the Gators. Sinton take it on Raymondville over at Burnett Stadium. Bearcats playing host to Sinton. The Pirates. It's always going to be a tough matchup here for the Bearcats. And looking, we'd see Christian Tovar come up with a big play defensively. Bearcats looking good here on defense with the INT. But then we'd see Sinton go back to work. One-handed grab here. Look at that here from Jacoby James. Penalty marker is out, but ends up being a first down. And then Ethan Perez comes up with the touchdown. Quarterback scampering, making plays happen. Perez hauls it in for the score. 2-point conversion from Colby Hesseltine. It was a low-scoring game early, but Sinton comes up with a 38-0 victory over Raymondville. Santa Maria taking on MMA over in Harlingen tonight. And we'd see Santa Maria's Miguel Alanis back to pass here, looking long, but it was Dash Varner stepping in front of the play, coming up. Nice little spin move there. Goes from the left side of the field all the way over to the right side of the field. Takes it about 70 yards down the field. We see a brutal block there as well, but unable to get in the end zone. MMA unable to score on that ensuing drive. And then we'd see Miguel Alanis get back in action, gets it to Daniel Martinez here for the touchdown. Cougars pick up the lead, and then it's Isaiah Gracia taking advantage. Coach's kid finds pay dirt, touchdown Cougars. Final score tonight, Santa Maria picks up the victory 26-15 over MMA. Let's go back to some of our top games tonight. Again, in 16-5A Division I, Brownsville Veterans 49-10 winners over Donna. It was Harlingen South 54-0 winners over Brownsville Pace. And also in 16-5A Division I, Wesco East over Brownsville Lopez by a final of 48-0. In 16-4A D1, Tolosa Midway 47-7 victory over La Feria. And Hidalgo goes down to Zapata 56-14. Bishop taking on Lyford. This was last night on our lone Thursday night game. This game was actually moved to Thursday night. It was originally scheduled for Friday. Bulldogs hoping for a repeat of last year's 26-point victory. Aiden Olivas Romo, we've been saying his name a lot. Playmaker stickers pretty much every week for him. Finds Adrian Chavez deep for the touchdown here. And then Bishop's Aiden Andalon with the kick return here. Andalon looking to break free, loses a couple of defenders in the process, finds his way over to the sideline here, makes his way. Nice return there for the Badgers. But then back to pass here. John Barron comes up with the INT for the Bulldogs. Lyford ran hard all night. That Bulldog offensive line helping this side. Lyford still perfect going into the bye week. 27-7 the final score. Bulldogs the only sub-5A team left undefeated at 5-0. While we're talking about undefeated teams, we'll break down all the teams left that are still unbeaten, get you some of the statistical leaders from around the Rio Grande Valley. That's next. This is the fifth quarter.
Shop the only dealer in Texas to win Dealer of the Year for both Buick and GMC. And save on a new Envision with 1.9% financing, a $750 purchase allowance, and no payments until 2024. In the heart of the valley, Bert Ogden Buick GMC Edinburgh.
Here at Reyna's Barbecue in Cocina, they have mastered the art of oak smoked brisket, sausage, and pork ribs. This is Texas eating.
It ain't Texas sin Tex-Mex. And Reyna's has plain grilled fajitas, charro beans and rice, and homemade flour tortillas.
That looks mighty tasty.
That smells real good.
I'll trade you a rib for a tortilla.
Simon.
Jim.
Reyna's Barbecue in Cocina.
Attention homeowners. Do you have a house that's in need of serious repairs? Do you have tenants that never seem to make their monthly payments? Do you have code violations, past due taxes, or maintenance costs you just can't afford? Then call our special home buying hotline right now. We specialize in buying any home no matter the situation. Turn that problem property into cash today. It's just that simple. One call and you can get rid of that home headache forever. We can buy your home with instant closings, instant cash, and huge savings. Plus, there's no realtor fees, no listing fees, and no repair costs. Just cash in your hands for that painful property. We're buying a few more homes in your neighborhood right now, so take advantage of this cash offer and call the number on your screen today.
The Brownsville Catholic Diocese presents Sunday Mass Live. Bishop Daniel E. Flores will celebrate Mass this Sunday at 11 a.m. Watch from the comfort of your home on Somos El Valle, Channel 5.3, Cable 1241, on our live stream at krgv.com, or on our Facebook pages. The Diocese of Brownsville encourages all Catholic parishioners to unite from their home. Coverage of the Diocese of Brownsville Sunday Mass is supported by Pueblo Tires and Service.
Shop the only dealer in Texas to win Dealer of the Year for both Buick and GMC. And save with 1.9% financing on a new Acadia. Plus, make no payments until 2024. In the heart of the valley, Bert Ogden Buick GMC in Edinburgh.
Welcome back to our Wesco studios here. It is the fifth quarter, powered by Reyna's Barbecue. And with so many teams taking their byes this week, we thought we'd take a look back and give you a recap of the first half of the season. We still have a few unbeaten teams left, including the Darlings over the last couple of years, the PSG North Raiders. They picked up a victory last week over the Vela Sabercats, a 30-0 victory to stay unbeaten, handing Edinburgh Vela their first home loss since 2019. They stay unbeaten as well. And as you saw just a few moments ago, Lyford picked up their fifth win of the year as they knocked off the Bishop Badgers. They're our lone sub-5A team that's still unbeaten on the year. Plus, the Weslaco Panthers, and I got to say, this is my surprise team that is still unbeaten. Weslaco doing a nice job. Let's take a look at the other teams that are unbeaten so far. Lyford Pioneer, PSG North, PSG Memorial still unbeaten going into week 6 after taking the bye this week. And it's Roma, San Benito, and Weslaco. So a very elite group of teams there that are still unbeaten going into this week 7 as we start opening up district play through 6A and 5A. How about some of our leaders passing the ball? And Julian Valdez of Sherryland Pioneer, currently the Valley's leader. By the way, all these statistics are from week 5 and back. It does not include anything from week 6. Obviously, a bunch of teams are idle. We want to thank RGV Sports for compiling these statistics, but Julian Valdez doing a nice job here. Braden Ludiker is second with over 1,500 yards passing. We also have Jaime Lopez of PSJ, 1,400 yards with 12 touchdowns on the year. You got to throw in Ruben Atkinson of Rio Hondo as well, 14 touchdowns through the air. Jeffrey Lefevre, he was in action tonight. So these stats do not include what he was able to do tonight. In Olivas Romo, we did not add those totals as well from the game last night from Lyford. And then you have Lupe Ramirez and Gavin Cisneros of St. Joseph Academy. He was also in action tonight. How about our rushing leader, Jamal Polly? Well, he's been getting it done all season long for the Vela Sabercats. He's already inching close to 1,000 yards, averages 11.5 yards per carry this season, 76 attempts, 855 yards with 10 touchdowns on the ground. Polly has been getting it done, but so has Isaac Lozano of the Roma Gladiators, 844 yards and 14 touchdowns for the Gladiator. Then Marcus Mata, who unfortunately has suffered an injury, he will be out for the rest of the year, as we see 768 yards and 10 touchdowns for him. Fabian Garcia, Elias Rodriguez of Weslaco, Eddie Slovak of Lopez, Emiliano Colunga of PSG Memorial, and Brandon Smith of MMA also on the list here. How about receivers? Well, if you're going to have his quarterback on the list, and Julian Valdez, Leo Espinosa doing a nice job catching the ball for Sherryland Pioneer, 743 yards and 11 touchdowns, leading the way, averages 20 yards per catch, 37 receptions, 743 yards. But Keon Lopez doing a nice job as well for Rio Hondo, nearly 600 yards through the air with 8 touchdowns. Xavier Rodriguez of Donna, Obed Marin of Mission Veterans, Gabriel Rios, along with J. Reed Amaya, who was idle tonight, but again, almost 500 yards through the air for Ed Cal Chelsea. You don't really say that from La Máquina Maria, but 9 touchdowns through the air as well. Claudio Torres and Nathaniel Sosa, also of Rio Hondo. So some nice receiving numbers from around the Rio Grande Valley. Again, thanks to RGV Sports for compiling these numbers through week 5. We'll keep an eye on some of these top players. A lot of these already have been taking home Playmaker Award stickers over the last few weeks as well. Still more to come here on the 5th quarter. We will get you all the final scores one more time. So if you missed them, coming up next is your last chance to get them. This is the 5th quarter, powered by Reyna's Barbecue.
Final days to come celebrate El Grito de Independencia at Charlie Clark Nissan. The fun experience everyone is talking about, with games, food, and music. Get the 2023 Altima for $374 a month lease, or the 2023 Rogue for $448 a month lease. And remember, we are the only ones that give you Nana's lifetime warranty, plus oil changes for life at no additional cost to you. Visit us at charlieclark.com.
And if we don't do what we promise,
Nana, pow, pow!
Amen.
The amazing stories of Texas. Experience unique places. Meet interesting people. And see things you will never see again. It's everything you need to know in Texas on the Texas Bucket List TV show. Saturdays at 6:30 p.m. and Sunday mornings at 6:30 a.m. on KRGV Channel 5.
It's football season in the Valley, and Reyna's Barbecue and Cocina has you covered. We're doing authentic Texas-style barbecue and authentic Tex-Mex favorites. 2 unique flavors, 100% Texan. And it wouldn't be football season without our delicious smoked and crispy wings or our mouth-watering appetizers. Dine in, drive-through, or let us cater your next event. It's football, food, and family at Reyna's Barbecue and Cocina.
College football's finally here in the Valley.
V's up.
Hey, when does the game start?
Says here fall of 2025.
Well, I have the grill going, so...
We can wait.
Yeah, we can wait.
It's truck season. Get $6,000 off MSRP on a new 2023 Chevrolet Silverado 1500 Crew Cab at Payne West Lico Chevrolet and PayneGM.com. Chevrolet, find new roads.
Lo que tú quieres, regardless.
All right, welcome back. We are wrapping things up here on the fifth quarter. Might as well wrap things up by looking back at our top featured game in District 16-5A Division I between Donna and Brownsville Veterans. Remember last year, Brownsville Veterans put a 60-burger up on Donna. Donna looking for a little revenge tonight. As we look back at the highlights of this one, it was pretty much all Brownsville Veterans again tonight. Several touchdowns in the early going. Storm Montoya looking good at quarterback, and Donna just having some trouble solving this wishbone triple option offense of the Chargers. And again, want to make sure we mention no Marcus Mata for Donna, who's one of the top backs in the Rio Grande Valley, and did not get him, and he looks like he may be missing some time. So Donna will be making some adjustments on their offense. But the final score tonight over at Benny LaPrade Stadium, it was Brownsville Veterans picking up a 49-10 victory over Donna in our featured game tonight. All right, so we still got a lot to get to, but before we get to the final scores of everything from tonight, let's take a look at some key Week 7 matchups as we look ahead. Harlingen and Weslaco. Harlingen's only lost to Laredo United in non-district play. Weslaco coming in unbeaten. That's going to be a phenomenal one over at Bobby Lackey Stadium. A battle for McCallum between Rowe and McCallum Memorial in a huge game that has major playoff implications in 15-5A Division I. Usually the winner of this game will have bragging rights in the city, but also might have be the flag bearer for potentially that either third or fourth playoff spot in the district. Mission Veterans takes on Sherryland Pioneer. That's always a fun matchup. And unbeaten Roma takes on Sherryland. We'll see if Roma is for real once they get to district play. Sherryland's been struggling. They've been up and down. Maybe they've righted the ship. We'll have to wait and see. But Roma, Sherryland, that should be a fun one coming up next week. Let's take a look at some scores from around the game. Again, 49-10, the final. Brownsville Veterans over Donna. Also in 16-5A D1 action, 54-0. Hawks over the Vikings. Also, Brownsville Lopez goes down to Weslaco East, 48-0. Other district matchups tonight in 16-4A D1, Tolosa Midway over La Feria, 47-7. It was Zapata over Hidalgo, 56-14. In 16-3A D2 action, George West over Monte Alto, 54-8. Odom over Santa Rosa, 44-27. Week 6 non-district action. Port Isabel picks up the victory over the club from Mexico City, 48-18. It was Sinton over Raymondville, 38-0. Also tonight, Gruya goes down to Orange Grove, 41-27. It was Santa Maria over MMA, 26-15. It was St. Joseph Academy falling by 1 point, 21-20 there. Bishop and Lyford, 27-7, the final score. That was last night. So a phenomenal night of high school football. We're so glad you joined us for our entire crew, including Bella Michaels and all of our photographers. My name is Alex Del Barrio. Good night from Weslaco.
The fifth quarter, powered by